Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sauqi Aflah. I'm from 4B Extensive Reading, and today I would like to explain about the compilation of my article summary. Okay, let's go straight forward. Firstly, what are we gonna talk about? First, we will talk about a brief explanation about my article, and then the connection. Let's go straight forward. First, my article is Suggestopedia Method as an Effective Method in Teaching Reading Comprehension for Senior High School by Devi Morvita Savitri and Dian Novita. The purpose of my article is to measure the significant effect in reading comprehension achievement in 10th grade at vocational high school in Gempol. The researcher used through experimental design to organize the research data, and the researcher knows the effect of Suggestopedia method. And the result of this article is Suggestopedia method can give a significant effect to the student's reading comprehension based on the data and the result of the finding and observation on the chapter. The researcher gave suggestion for the teacher to use Suggestopedia method for alternative method of teaching reading comprehension. Then, the teacher can make a relaxed atmosphere to build the students' interest, especially in reading. Next, there is audiolingual method to improve student speaking skill at Baranti Junior High School. By Hardianti Rahman, Geminas Titi Sakir, and Sohartini Khalid. The purpose of this article is to find out whether or not the use of audiolingual method to improve student speaking skill at the 8th grade junior high school number 1 in Baranti, and this research applied the audiolingual method in the class. This research applied one type of speaking skill testing to determine student speaking skill, and the researcher found that the use of audiolingual method in teaching speaking, it could improve the speaking skill of the grade 8 number 1. The result of this article is audiolingual method successfully improves student speaking skill at the 8th grade students of Baranti Junior High School number 1. And the audiolingual method in teaching English, especially speaking, made students more active and aggressively to spoken in the classroom, and that the use audiolingual method improves student speaking skill at the 8th grade students of junior high school number 1 Baranti. Next, there is Suggestopedia method application based on Sasando instrumental music in optimizing reading comprehension skills by Agustina Pali and Agnes Remirando. The purpose of this article is to describe the extent to which the improvement of students' reading comprehension competencies through the application of Suggestopedia method, and it's based on Sasando instrumental music. This types of research is classroom action research in the form of collaboration between researchers and English teachers. And the result of this article is the application of the Suggestopedia method based on Sasando instrumental music can answer the research objective formulation in the study, which is to optimize the reading comprehension skill of grade 5A students, and the Suggestopedia learning method based on Sasando musical instruments can be trusted as an alternative method for English teachers in an effort to improve students' English competence. Next, there is exploring communicative language teachings principles, alignment of English textbooks in Saudi Arabia Middle School by Ahmed O. Al-Harbi. The purpose of this journal is to analyze an English language textbook used in middle school in Saudi Arabia, in that to ascertain the type of pedagogy pushed by the teacher's book. The criteria of analysis are adapted from communicative language teaching or CLT. The results of these articles, limited teaching time and high dependency on textbooks are the major issues that could be addressed by removing the less important content from textbooks, the rather controlling teacher's book, guidance might constrain the aim of CLT. Changing the pedagogy of Saudi Arabia requires a broader approach than simply changing the textbooks, as communications in English, by definition, cannot be done by reading textbooks. Teaching English using CLT may necessitate giving teachers more space to increase the opportunities for the students to use the language more meaningfully. Next, there is an analysis of students' motivation toward English learning as a second language among students in Pritchard's English Academy, or PEACE, by Iwayan Suryasa, I Gede Putu Aditya Prayoga, and Iwayan Astu Wardistira. The purpose of this journal is to investigating the students' motivation in English learning as a second language based on the objective of the research that the researcher have mentioned, and the students' English proficiency, which formerly has been studying since elementary school level, is still considered as inadequate. And the result of this article is the students are relatively highly motivated and found to be slightly more instrumentally motivated to learn English. This reveals that instrumental motivation is a significant factor among this group of students learning English. Based off the study finding, some relevant and useful motivational learning implications are recommended for enhancement and improvement of the students. The author didn't mention about the future research plan. Okay, next there is the effectiveness of English learning media through the Google Classroom in higher education by Abdul Shakur, Sugirin, and Widyarni. The purpose of the journal is to determine the efficacy of implementing educations through teaching methods in the COVID-19 season. Online education is one of the techniques used in blended learning. All academics at the tertiary institutions participate in teaching through blended learning. And the result of this article, the use of Google Classroom helps improve the average achievement of students enrolled in English education department. And the research concludes that this application is capable of operating effectively, assisting lecturers and students enrolled in English language education study programs in carrying out the learning process more intensely. Next, there is the influence of communicative method and independent learning style to the English learning outcomes, an experiment research to primary grade 1 level by Shafriani Darnis. The purpose of this article is to obtain the information about the effect of communicative teaching methods and independent learning styles on learning outcomes of speaking English to the primary grade first grade in Al-Hikmah School, South Jakarta. And the result of this article, children with field independence learning style that is taught by communicative method get higher English test result. The application of teaching methods that are related to the learning styles of independent students are influenced by environmental factors where learning, motivation, social aspect of the learning environment, and the circumstance or characteristic of the people concerned through communicative approaches provide better English learning outcomes. Next, there is the efficacy of using team-assisted individualizations in teaching reading stories to Indonesian English as foreign language EFL students by Soleman Dapataka. The purpose of this article is to find out the effectiveness of using team-assisted individualizations in improving the ability in reading at second-year students of Christian Senior High School in Mercusuar, Kupang. This research is expected to be useful information for teacher and the students about teaching reading story by the students through the team-assisted individualizations. The result of this article, there is a significant difference between pre-test and post-test in enhancing the students' reading ability through reciprocal teaching technique as a way to deliver learning materials. Team-assisted individualizations technique is effective in enhancing the student's reading ability. The researchers also mentioned that one of the important points that teachers should accommodate that he should give the full attention, especially in reading skills. Next, there is enhancing oral reading fluency through computer-assisted repeated reading by Hasimah Ja'far, Wan Wazlini Otsman, Hema Vanita Kesevan, and Budi MS. The purpose of the study was carried out to investigate the effectiveness of using the computer-assisted repeating reading, or CIR, technique to enhance Form 1 rural students' oral reading fluency, ORF. And the result of this article, the use of the CIRR technique will encourage struggling students to practice their reading independently after school. Furthermore, teachers may allow them to take the audio reading text home and practice their reading independently. This will encourage struggling readers to be responsible of their own reading. Besides, parents may get involved in their children's reading activities by ensuring that their children practice and their reading with the aid of the audio reading text. Next, there is the effect of computer assistant instruction, CAI, on advanced reading by Aprilia Widya Lestari. The purpose of this journal, the study was conducted to find out the significant influence of computer-assisted instruction (CAI) on advanced reading at 4th semester of English Department Muhammadiyah University of Metro. Computer-assisted instruction, or CAI, is a technique to give instruction by using computer to the students, an instructional approach where a computer is used to evaluate the learning outcomes. The result to this article is there is a significant influence in students' reading comprehensions before and after being taught by using computer-assisted instruction, or CAI. They are proven by the result of pre-test and post-test. Before the students were given treatments, the average of students' reading comprehensions are low. But after the researcher gave the CAI in learning and teaching activities, the students are developed. Alright, that's the end of my article. And then the connection among all of my article that I have summary. Firstly, all of my article is talk about education, and all of my article is talking about the method and skills in English learning, mostly. And all of my article that I have summary before, it's literally update and suitable to this current era, or the COVID-19 pandemic era. Alright, maybe that's all from my article summary compilations. I'm sorry for all of my mistake, and thank you for your whole attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.